not too many people or doctors could actually invest that much time in a patient and asking the right questions. Now, given this amount of investment in time, how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected your company in delivering its service?
Oh, we were badly hit in the first, I'd say, first 5, 6 months. I mean, understandably, a lot of the patients we see have non-communicable disease, and they're the most vulnerable in terms of getting exposed to COVID. And being that course of management we provide is really to help people optimize their health, we're deemed to be non-urgent and non-emergent. So we had to stop our operations for a while, and we were very gun shy in being able to see patients. And unfortunately for us as well, Filipinos aren't too accustomed to telehealth yet. I believe that the COVID pandemic has highlighted for people how important health is. And I understand that was your intro earlier. That can be more true right now. We have our existing patients wanting to do a follow-up checkup. They've been in touch, but the question of how to do it has been the puzzle for most part. But I can share with you, John, also that we are taking great measures to be able to meet patients where they are.
Okay,
And that's been our
that's what we want to
mantra in
hear.
our practice. Yeah. So we're very flexible. We do a lot of home servicing.
Home service.
Um, uh, yes. So we do a lot of home servicing and telehealth. And in situations where for our elder clients who are not comfortable with telehealth platform, what we do is we do face to face,
Mm-hmm.
but our doctors are in PPEs. All right. So we're able to see very reduced amount of traffic of patients in our clinic. We space their consultations accordingly, and we're able to address a lot of their concerns. Now, what's worked well for us is the fact that people are eating from their homes. And that allows for us to be able to guide them well in terms of the kind of food they need to eat. Gone are the days that they make excuses that, they don't have time to cook,
Uh-huh.
right? So that's worked well for us because fundamentally, in the 5 modifiable lifestyle factors that we touch on in creating health for our clients, nutrition is really one of the key pillars.
So what are
So
those
that's
five? Nutrition is one.
yeah. So nutrition is one, sleep and relaxation is another, exercise and movement is a third one, stress management is a fourth, and believe me, the fifth one is relationships.
But that's
Uh,
scientific, right? I mean,
yes, yes, yes.
if you have healthy relationships, it actually induces the release of serotonin and oxytocin, right?
Not just
So
that, you're
it's
talking about social genomics. So the people that surround you really do have a tendency to rub off on you, both figuratively and literally.
like a
So there,
transference.
yes, people are for most part energy. Everybody operates out of a certain frequency, and the kind of frequency you give off affects other people gravely.
I guess part of your health is actually staying away from people that that kind of
Toxic
emit
people.
negative
Oh
vibes or
yeah,
negative energy.
yes,
So that's
yes.
actually science based. This is what amazes me from a strategic point of view. A while ago, you were talking about the elderly. You were talking about people that don't have that hurdle of technology. That almost seems like a blue ocean strategy for me. Blue ocean strategy actually focuses on the non-customer, and this in this case, it's the non-patient. How are you able to pivot? What are the techniques? How do you get into their minds actually and seeing what their pain points are? How do you anticipate that?
When you talk about being able to make yourself relevant in a conversation with a patient, it really is about meeting them where they are. It's about understanding the kind of mindset where they are and helping navigate around where their motivation is. We realize that a lot of people treat health as if it were a destination when it's fact a journey. You don't just go to a state of health. We are perennially moving from one area of the spectrum to another. So the state of being healthy to the state of being unhealthy. So if that was a range of 1 to 10, you would always be navigating around while you could be, let's say, 8 right now. Are you 8 and starting to slide down to 5? Or are you 8 and still moving up to 10? And so that's how we get to frame it. And more often than not, food is an issue, stress is an issue, and people have not been able to define what stress is. But I'll tell you that we get to define and measure what stress is. And there are indicators. So we get to measure, for example, cortisol levels
Yes.
in our patients and
Uh-huh.
map it out. So if you
Yes.
have someone who's always pumping cortisol all throughout the day, then you know that that person is perennially on his adrenaline, and that person is likely to just burn out. And so these are the things that we do, John, in being able to connect with our patients and basically navigate around their bias or their space of how healthy they are. We try and veer away from talking about disease as best as we could because we leave that for the disease management specialists. We are more of a holistic kind of practitioner where we look at the overall picture of lifestyle and state of health.
That's beautiful stuff, Mitch. I got to ask you, what is your current frame of mind right now, and what are your beliefs, and what are your non-negotiable values that keep you intact as a leader of your company?